Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh no! Did he just pause himself? Did he just mute himself? You just muted yourself. Oh, check your. Hold on. You got. I think your thing's not connected. What's up, Mark? What's up, Miss O? We're back. Let's wait for Mike to fix his mic again. He's not. I don't hear you. I can't hear. Check your plug. Check your plug. Hold on. Where's your button? Unmute mic. No, I can't unmute you. Try unmuting you. Use your mouse. Come back. Get out and come back in. Well, we wait for Mike here to fix his technical difficulties. What's up, everybody? Yes. What's up, Mark? What's up, Miss So? I hope everybody's had a good weekend, a good August, a good July, a good September. Or what's up, Brandon? And here's Mike. Check two. I got you.
You got me?
I got you. All right, good.
Let's start this whole shebang back over again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We've been on a hiatus for a little bit, but we're back stronger than ever. It's me, Big Bad Evil Fett. The guy to my right is Villainous Red, and we got a show that might be interesting to moviegoers out there today. So, I'm sorry for that F up with the mic shit, but I got it fixed though. So here we are. Hi, Miss So. How are you?
Red, please tell me that you watched Terminator Zero. No, I have not. I will check it out now that you said something about it. It's on Netflix, right? The anime. I think I heard rumblings about that. I'm gonna go check it out because I've been on an anime binge lately. So definitely worth a check. Because I finished.
So what have you been watching, Red?
Well, shit, man. It's
shit, man.
Football season just started.
I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about anime. You said you were on an anime binge. Let's throw some shit out, man. Give it to me, baby.
I'm jumping on Zom 100. There's a Rick and Morty anime right now on the
Rick and Morty. Do you like the Rick and Morty anime?
I'm waiting for the English dub because I am not patient with reading English subtitles.
Yeah, I'm kind of having a hard time with it myself, so don't feel bad. Yeah, I mean. It's a little all over there, but it's still Rick and Morty to me.
Yes. Mark says, yeah, it'll shock you how damn good it is. I'm not an anime guy, and it blew me away as a Terminator fan. You know what? When did Terminator? When did Skynet become
self-aware?
Self-aware. It was like in August, right? That's when. Yeah. So it should have been this year that Skynet became self-aware and started running on its own, and with the I guess we're on the precipice of this whole AI thing. Like, definitely, we're gonna be looking at our own Skynet here pretty shortly.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
August 29, 1997. Wow, where were you in 1997, Mike?
Oh, fuck! I have no like. I'm sorry, guys out there in podcast land. I have no idea where I was in 1997.
See, I remember I started junior college around that time. So it was like 1997, summer 1997, June. Yeah, I graduated high school. So, and then, into junior college. And then,
I was doing adult things with adult people at that time.
That's right. That was your little post-Troy Aikman years, I think.
Oh, way past that. The Aikman years were like
early 90s, late 80s, right?
Late 80s, yeah. 90s already had graduated.
So that would have been the Doug Flutie years then.
Well, no, not that's before that. That's after that too, because that was only a 3-year stint. I did that. So that was 89, 90, 91, and then I was working probably somewhere.
So that was with the Calgary Stampeders, or
Well, I ended with Calgary. I started out with the Montreal Alouettes.
Montreal Alouettes. Yes. Which reminds me, we took a little bit of hiatus there because we had a bunch of stuff planned during August. So for me, one of those was going to Canada. So yes, I was out there for a wedding. Mike Started working again after a stint with the bloodborne disease, and luckily it didn't kill him. And look, he looks healthier than ever.
Yep. I'm 185 pounds of piss and vinegar.
Perfect. It's still a handsome guy. Handsome guy. Oh yeah, so we're back, and I'd like to catch up with you guys. How you guys doing? I remember I posted on IG for Mark, because there was a poll up for for podcast personalities, podcast shows. Best hair for our boy E-Man and our girl K-pop Katie over there. And yes, I put some of my votes out there, and hopefully you guys won. So I haven't seen the results yet. And then we have something going on with Brandon, hopefully in a couple weeks here, because Brandon's coming out with a brand new book. So we'll get him on the show. Oh, and then what came out during those times that we were gone? The Crow was out.
The Crow,
and then Beetlejuice is
Beetlejuice.
What am I missing here? There's
you're missing a whole bunch that I just right now can't think of. Aliens requisite, or whatever that word was for the aliens.
Aliens Requiem or Aliens something.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but it was great. I loved it. We should talk about that too.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's fabulous. I think it's like top 3 of all the Aliens movies, or top 2.
Okay. Build it up. What was it? How was it different?
And I love Alien. The very first
Alien
one.
Romulus. Thank you, Mark.
No. Romulus, there it is. Romulus, because Romulus and Remus or something like that. The Greek thing for it, because that's on that space shuttle thing that they're on. Yeah.
Wait, you're thinking Remus like in Harry Potter Remus? Because that's
no. I mean, there's a Greek mythology, Romulus and something else. They're like combative things, and that's the name of the space shuttle that the aliens are on, that they're investigating.
Okay, so did it have anything to do, at least have any connections with Prometheus? Prometheus was the last alien flick that
No, it had more connection with the very first and the very second one than those Prometheus.
Okay. Tell me more.
Well, it starts out these group of young adolescents, like late teens, and they're stuck on a space station. There it is. You're right. Thank you for the clarification on the name of it. And they're stuck on a mining planet, and they want to get off because they're owned by the mining planet, kind of like as indentured servants. And you die in the mines, and they didn't want to die in the mines, so they found this dead space shuttle, and they were gonna use it to go up there and get these power cylinders to put them in like stasis to get to this other planet that they're trying to sneak off to. And lo and behold, this space station had the aliens on it. They were doing experiments to inject into humans to make the humans more stronger so they can live longer and more worse planet of atmospheric planets.
So we're talking about this is a prequel to the Sigourney Weaver alien movies, right?
Yes.
So it sets the setting for that.
So yeah, it's fabulous. I mean, I'm kind of a scary movie guy, and this one goes up there in the scary movies because it made you kind of like hold your knees a little bit.
Okay. When you say scary movie, we're not talking about like demons and vampires and such. We're talking
no. We're talking the suspense of the alien popping out and jumping out and killing him and yada yada yada. So yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. The jump. I call them the cat. You know, in the 80s slasher movies, they always had a cat in the garbage can. When they walked by, the cat would jump out of the garbage can, and
so
think it was those moments that kind of puckered your butthole up a little bit.
That's the primer for the puckering.
Yeah.
I
There was
haven't
no hop tui. There was the pucker butt up.
the pucker butt up. Okay. So I haven't felt my own posterior puckered in a while. So I was like, okay, I'll have to check it out. We'll go back here. Mark Brandon says I really like the first half, the so on the last half. Again, Mark gave us the clearance here, or the clarification of the Renaissance space station is being built in two halves, Romulus and Remus. And definitely has ties to Prometheus as well. That third act was insane. And Romulus takes place a few years after the first Alien film. Jump scares. By
Jump
Brandon.
scares. There we are.
Yes, the puckering of said
Prostate.
prostate. Yeah. Yes. That you will catch that on Mike's OnlyFans.
Yes, you will. You will. Up close and personal.
Yes, he specializes in a winking starfish. Yes, winking starfish. Okay, what would you score this movie right now? It's like in our comic book rating scale. What would you score this movie, and then would you watch it again, and who would you recommend it to? The
I would recommend anyone who likes aliens, anyone who likes horror movies, anyone who likes sci-fi. I give it a 9.5 on that, and I judge everything a little harsh.
Okay, wow, all right. What are you looking forward to the next I guess installment of this series? Now that Disney holds the rights to the franchise and making comic books about it, and knowing Disney that
if they let it go, the way this movie went, the sky's the limit. I'm waiting for Aliens versus Avengers. The comic book is supposed to come out this Wednesday. So I'm waiting to get that. So yeah, let Disney. Disney did a great job. So let Disney do it. They did a great job.
So you're saying that the 20th Century arm, which is owned by Disney has no placard in this, right? They're just using the 20th Century Fox.
Right.
Studios.
But Wrigley Scott had his hand in this so deeply. Even though it wasn't directed by Wrigley Scott, you knew he was there because it felt like a Wrigley Scott movie. How's that?
All right. So produced by Ridley Scott. Okay. Brandon says it's 6 out of 10 for me, maybe 6.5. And then Mark is asking, we need a gauge. So if Alien is a 9.5 for you, Mike, where do you gauge the Acolyte? Ooh. Where do you gauge the Acolyte, Mike?
I had a hard time with the Acolyte. I don't think I liked it as much as Red did. It was a little bit predictable, even though they had try to get some changes in it. I kind of figured it out right away. I give the Acolyte 7.8 and a comic book score.
7.8. Oh well, I think after the nines, I think they're all like odd numbers, right? Or even odd decimals.
All right.
So maybe a 7.5, and okay, that's a score. So I don't know how you're gonna take that, Mark. As far as like his score of 9.5 for the Alien and a 7.5 for Acolyte, and then that was all fed Alvarez. He gets all the creative credit for Romulus, and he's a massive fan of the franchise.
Well, he did a fabulous job. I give him all together.
And that was Mark being a troll for the Acolyte. It's pure trash.
Okay, no, you can troll me. I like trolls. I have big shoulders. Come on by, troll me.
The man almost had a fist fight with Troy Aikman, so you can handle it. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from COVID here.
Well, how are you doing? I should ask you that. I should ask you that first of all because I know you did have COVID.
Oh, everything's all internal. Just keeping everything down. Not taking on the.
Did you get prescribed? This is personal stuff, and since we are best buddies, I can ask personal stuff. Maybe not on air, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Did the doctor prescribe you Paxlovid?
No. I didn't even consult the doctor this time. I just like fuck it. I'll just drink like a whole gallon of Dayquil and start trying to survive that way. It's been working. It's all right. It's just
Okay.
all that
Okay.
stuff. It's kind of
Well, I know with your health issues that they would prescribe Paxlovid right away.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't my first time with COVID. It's just fuck. It's it was a rough one, but yeah, it was. I got over it, at least the fever part, really quick. Yeah, it's just all the other internal stuff as far as like all the sinus shit. Yeah, it's more now uh, the other shit.
The remnants, the sore
Yeah,
throat, the runny nose, the mucus in the nose and running down at night and all that kind of stuff, right?
that's that fun stuff right there.
That fun stuff. Okay.
Mark says I'll have to get my Mandalorian gear on before I try to heal up, Mike. I'm not prepared. Yeah. Brandon says my issue with Romulus is some of the pandering and the member berries through the last half.
Yeah. Well, let's talk. Let's see a trailer for Beetlejuice, the new installment of the 1988 classic Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we just saw it this weekend.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here.
I seen it on Friday.
I saw it last night.
Oh, you saw it last night, so it's really fresh in your mind.
I wanted to do the morning slot, but I slept in.
Well, you have COVID. You have the right to sleep in.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's take a look at
Dale.
Beetlejuice and
Daylight coming and I want to go home. Come, Mr. Tellyman.
When you're all driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors to fill the empty voids in your life, we'll see who gets the last laugh. My mom grew up here, that old house on the hill.
Wait, the ghost house? Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately,
She's a legend.
the living, the dead, can they coexist?
Now's my chance.
Ghosts aren't real. Only gullible people believe that kind of crap. I can't believe I'm doing this. Beetlejuice. I need you to help me save my daughter. But how do I know that you're going to keep your word?
I swear I'm a dead mother's soul. Days. Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through. Let's go, honey. Recognize this post. Never seen that chick before in my life. Or afterlife.
Are you doing this?
Beetlejuice. I'm needed upstairs. Bob, hold down the fort. Spill your guts. Who wants to go first? All right, I will. See, I'm willing to do the work.
The afterlife is so random.
Do that thing from a dream. Really more nightmare material.
Confronting the unknown, conquering your fears. There's nothing harder. Beetlejuice!
What the Thank you all for coming to this special occasion, but right now would like a little privacy.
I like that little callback there with the whole nose kind of stretching.
Yeah, I seen that when I was watching the movie itself. I was thinking that just as Alec Baldwin's character right there, since Alec Baldwin couldn't be in the movie.
Right. And again, you nice little segue there with like you. When we saw the trailer first and look a little further with the casting, there was one character in there that was missing from the first movie, other than Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, which is Jeffrey Jones. Jeffrey Jones played Charles Dietz, the father of
Lydia Dietz.
Lydia, and come to find out, he did something naughty here. Let me share this article here.
Let's read it. Read his naughtiness.
Let's see. Here we go. So Jeffrey has been let's see,
a very bad boy. Very bad boy.
Yeah. And I was looking forward for him to be in this movie, but whatever he did in 2003, which is, here we go. Jones, now 77, pleaded to no contest in 2003 charges to possession of child pornography over his alleged hiring of a 14-year-old boy to pose nude for snapshots. As Entertainment Weekly reported at the time, the Ferris Bueller Day Off and Amadeus Star was sentenced to 5 years probation, counseling, and registered as a sex offender for the rest of his life. So, that's
why he wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
So he Kevin Spacey to Kevin Spacey.
Yes. And I think he did voice his own, I guess, body double. And because the
claymation version too,
claymation portion of it as well. And 2003 to now, 21 years. Okay, yeah, I know I don't want to minimize the charge, but I guess somebody has to get the kicks, and that's the way he got his. And the beloved bad guy of the Ferris Bueller movie and
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I kind of expected that. I wasn't surprised that he kind of was into that, but still, I know he was kind of pigeonholed those roles, but not I meant like role like as a sexual predator, but just being a
bad guy.
Yeah.
A bad guy.
Yeah, I would have loved to see him in there, and then I'm glad the movie kind of like not beat around the bush and just off the character right from the get-go.
Yeah. I mean, they put that claymation 5-minute segment of how he passed away and moved on to the afterlife. Yeah, absolutely.
And all that little claymation stuff in there really reminiscent of the Beetlejuice cartoon during when it was on ABC.
Yeah.
So
remember, there used to be Saturday morning cartoons, kids. There used to be such a thing,
and that wasn't on the Cartoon Network.
It wasn't on the Cartoon Network. It was on ABC, NBC, and CBS. I couldn't wait for the Saturday morning cartoon previews that came out just before Labor Day. It was a tradition for me.
And the whole thing with Beetlejuice the cartoon really was kind of like set everything off, but kind of wasn't really canon to the movies where Lydia and Beetlejuice had this like best friend relationship. We're talking about a very underage girl that's going to get married to a 600-year-old guy.
A grave robber at that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they kind of like explored his origin here, and more of the lore with the Tim Burton afterlife kind of world, because when they explained the first Beetlejuice, was like, okay, only the not the mentally disturbed, but the weird and the unusual kind of people only get to see the dead.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's kind of expanded on that and like took in more of the lore that like the shit that we saw on the Sixth Sense, on the Frighteners, where
right
we only people who have died or experienced death get to see other dead people, and then you get to see these spirits like kind of in their final form, the way they die. So how we see Charles Dietz being chopped up at the shoulders down to his breastbone by a shark, Yeah, and you saw the other corpses the same way how they died. I like the character by Willem Dafoe who plays an actor who becomes a cop in the afterlife because he was doing a cop show, right? When he died of a grenade.
A corny cop show because he wanted to do all his own stunts. He was so much of a dick in real life that he wanted to do his own stunts, and he blew his head off with a live grenade, which was making fun of Alec Baldwin and the unlive gun that he shot and killed the cinematographer and the director of that movie.
I didn't know it was like a little cut to Alec Baldwin.
I took it as that.
I can see it.
When I watched the movie, that's what ran through my mind. A lot of things ran through my mind. The movie had such great dark humor and made fun of the church. Well, I hope I'm going to burn in hell. So I guess me and Ron Reagan have a lot in common. We're not afraid to burn in hell. But yeah, it had all this these things making fun of the church within the movie that just gave me chuckles on my seat that everyone in the theater wasn't doing anything but sitting there, and I'm sitting there busting up because I was getting the jokes.
The priest himself was hard to discern what he was trying to say, and they did that on purpose because if you're sitting in the back of the church going through a sermon and you're not understanding what the priest is saying, you can't blame it on the fucking sound system. You can't blame it on the mic and then all the speakers around you. It's just the priest is garbling his words.
Well, I mean, even allowing to have the wedding there at midnight on Halloween would be sacrilegious in any Christian church, let alone a Catholic church, which this one was being held in.
Right. But remember, it was Justin Theroux's character, who was a sort of a producer / kind of assistant to Lydia's character, which also is like a her love interest. So I think he did pay off the priest to expedite a wedding for Halloween at that certain time because Lydia is her favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Is Halloween.
Yeah, and her job is to be a television medium. We didn't bring that up either, which was making fun of all that too, being a television medium.
Oh yeah, I think that's all meta. That's great that kind of they modernized what was the story about, where she was just in the beginning of at least the first movie, that she was just a kid in high school that's doing photography and kind of rode into this fame. I guess right after Beetlejuice, that the family was known and the house was known for being haunted, so they kind of wrote it out and became rich. But then with Delia, like by Catherine O'Hara, she kind of rode that fame into this whole artistic career, which you'll see it all throughout the movie where her sculptures from the first movie were being reused
at the college that she donated all her money to, and in front of the house.
Yeah. It's nice little callbacks like that to the first movie. It's nice to see those Easter eggs. Even the old town still looks the same from when we saw it from the first movie. And then
1988. A lot of things that people don't know. This specific version of Beetlejuice was written by who and Danny Elfman. They both combined to write this. And Danny Elfman, if you don't know who Danny Elfman is, lead singer of Oingo Boingo, which is the greatest rock band in history in my eyes.
Who do you say? Who are you trying to say? Who? You talking about Tim Burton?
I'm talking about Tim Burton. If you don't know who I'm talking about, then you didn't watch the movie.
But there was also the writing credits to Alfred Gough and Miles Millar.
I know, but I read an article in Rolling Stones that it was collaborated with him and Danny Elfman, and they wrote the beginning script. But then, of course, there's they're not writers; they have writers write it, and so they got credit. But they collaborated on making this movie together.
Yeah, Alfred Gough and Miles Millar are known for like bits of from doing Smallville, Supernatural. I think they also did a couple episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. So that great writers right there. Josh
Wheaton, boys.
I don't I don't want to like kind of connect it with Joss Whedon.
I'm not connecting this movie with Josh Whedon. I'm connecting those writers with Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
I'm
Still,
not connecting this movie with Josh Whedon.
they're not like assholes like Joss Whedon. No.
Well, they're not misogynistic like Josh Whedon either. So yeah, and it's not to change the subject, but isn't it funny Josh Whedon being a misogynistic butthole? All his greatest stuff is the lead characters and the strongest characters in his stuff are women, and he's a totally anti-woman guy.
That's irony right there. Really, that's a really ironic. You know, I'm glad he contributed to the women's empowerment movement, as far as like writing those types of stories with strong female characters. But on the opposite side of the spectrum was like he treated these women like shit, you know, and that's how he got his business done to make those shows.
Well, let's go. I'm sorry, guys. I went off to a tangent like I usually do. Sorry about that. But we're talking about Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Joss Whedon who did all that shit. Well, we had Jeffrey Jones doing child pornography and not being in the movie. Yeah. Again, when I talked to you yesterday, you said you were kind of iffy. You're hemming and hawing like how you want to rank this movie. And like, what was it that like kind of like got on your mind? I was like, well, it wasn't that great for me, but like,
well, because the first one holds a little place in my heart because my niece Ashley, she loved the movie so much, and we would watch it together on DVD over and over and over and over. And she was a small kid that time, like 6, 7, maybe even younger than that. We'd watch that and Kill Bill, which is 2 movies that a 6-year-old child should be watching, but she loved them, so we'd watch them over and over again. So we knew it, line by line. So maybe I was a little more nostalgic, and I wanted it to be a little more nostalgic. But it was, but it wasn't. I mean, that's just where I'm standing, because I look at the movie a little different. So yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, that's understandable. And this says no worries. We enjoy tangents. Sorry, I got a new rice cooker and I'm making dinner. Is the rice cooker Filipino, and then he measured the water for the rice based on the line on his finger, or is it just a mechanical rice cooker where he just set it and forget it? Otherwise, I figure if it said it, forget it, then you don't have to watch it.
Is it a tiger one, or what's the other Japanese one? Sing something Joricho? Because I have a tiger one. It works like a charm.
I mean, rice cookers should be automatic. If you had measured your rice and then your water, then white rice should be fine. I think, but if you're doing like Spanish rice, basmati, there's settings on there. Unless you got the one with just one setting, then you gotta kind of feather it in, like how long you're gonna touch it. All right, and then but shit, it does have a fancy measurement, but I can't let stuff cook. Okay, understand.
Okay, no problem, Miss O. We love you. We love you. Oh, there's that cough from the
got it.
Yes.
Got it out of there. All right. So yes. So for me, I enjoyed the movie, but yet I did kind of run into that same kind of issue where it's not like I wanted it to be more nostalgic. I think it just got caught up in the weeds where there were just so many subplots in the movie that it got kind of convoluted by the middle of the last act. And you have the ghost boy who's trying to steal
Lydia's daughter.
Yeah. What was her name? Astrid. Yeah, so trying to steal her soul. You got the other subplot with Beetlejuice's ex-wife trying to hunt him down, trying to get his soul. The subplot of the Lydia's boyfriend trying to marry her because he's trying to get rich off of her, because he met her at
and the biggest subplot, Beetlejuice trying to marry Lydia to get away from his ex
Yeah,
wife's trying to kill him. So I mean, there's a lot of subplots in this movie.
A minor one with the with Delia trying to do all this extreme shit just to
Talk to her dead husband.
Yeah, because she already knew how to not knew, but she experienced death and talking to dead people through the first movie. But seeing how she so dramatic on I guess on how she deals with trauma
Grief,
and
grief.
that she wanted to go the extra mile for it, and then ends up killing herself by getting bit by snakes.
Well, there weren't snakes. They were some kind of African worm, poisonous African worms. They were supposed to be asps. Excuse me. That was supposed to be defanged.
They were supposed to be defanged, and they kind of did resemble the sandworm, but they were red.
Yeah, they kind of resembled the sandworm, but they were red. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
And you know, along with the ex-wife trying to hunt her down, she's also
batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, but a lot of havoc in the I guess what do you call the afterlife kind of wherever this shit is set at, you know, because it's all just life. The afterlife is a bunch of doors that you go through it, and you know, they go to the next thing and that, and she ends up killing like Danny DeVito's character at the beginning, and then Chinese laundromat dude that she kills that guy, and then
kills Bob,
the small-headed
the shrunken-headed minion of Beetlejuice.
Yeah, from the first movie, which he was just a hunter who ran into the head shrinker. So the nice little callback for Bob, and then not knowing until we got to the second movie where there's a whole tribe of people that got their head
shrunk.
Yeah, but we never. If it's, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there is a point where there's an army of shrunken head people attacking the town where this movie is set in. We never got a follow up whether or not they ended up going back to the afterlife or they're just stuck around. But we'll find out. Yeah, the so many subplots that try to like get everything like closed up, tied in a knot, like by the end. And then the other one where you finally got to see Astrid's father,
right?
And he also gets killed by piranhas
in the Amazon, trying to do some good over there. Yeah,
some expedition. You know, very minor character, but I guess it was more important. That way, he kind of has a purpose in the movie where he has to save his kid from jumping on the soul train.
The soul train,
which the train takes you to the
afterlife.
Yeah, the great beyond, which means that you're not on this plane haunting whatever and doing your unfinished business. And they talk about this for the Maitlands, which is
right.
and Alec Baldwin's characters, where they found a loophole that kind of just finally took them on this train, and then that's why you never see them. Plus, the other thing is if they ever not recast it, but brought them back, like how would you explain them aging? Right?
Yeah, you can't age when you're dead. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I guess they could use their long nose form, their scary form.
Yeah, or CGI. CGI always works. But then you don't get to I guess like move on with the story where like you need to meet new ghosts. Which we do get to meet, which is the boy that Astrid meets. He's
never a psychopathic killer.
Yeah. Well, he pulled a sixth sense, meaning that he never knew he was dead up until a certain point. But they gave clues.
I thought he was a vampire. Because I thought they were going to add another kind of flavor to it. They were going to put a vampire in this movie, making it because of whatever kind of a subplot horror movie or scary movie. Right. I thought he was a vampire. Then when he was floating and dancing with her, I said he's a ghost. Yeah, I thought he was a vampire at first.
So that's like the most important thing that you finally realize. Like, yeah, he's a ghost. But you also don't get to see the parents' faces the first time they're introduced. So this is the shit that they pulled on the Sixth Sense, where like you only got to see like the certain side profiles or whatever. You don't get to see the front because then that reveals how they died, right?
Right.
So that then you find out when Lydia enters the house, it was a haunted house, and then they went to go face her. That
There was a saw to the dad's head and a mixer to the mom's eyeball.
yeah, that's
Crazy way to die.
crazy way to die. So yes,
And he died when the cops came there and he fell out of his treehouse and broke his neck.
yep, yeah. Which you didn't get to see the damage to his body as or like his death, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you never thought that he was dead up until that point. It's like, oh shit, that dude, somebody in that he died, and now what's his intentions with Astrid? Yeah,
They were definitely no good intentions.
yeah. Overall, the movie itself was enjoyable for me. The subplot thing was minor, but very confusing at points, and you kind of like want to explore it, but they didn't have time to do it because of runtime. But I would watch this movie again because Beetlejuice is pretty funny. I like the animation aspect of it and the storytelling, and plus it's actually would you count lip syncing as a musical aspect of the movie?
I would count it as lip sync as a musical. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
The music played a wonderful thing. That's why I brought Danny Elfman into this because he was in charge of all the music too. So the music played a huge part into it because I never liked that song when it was out. That's how old I am. But I mean, the melting of the cake and all that played along right with the song. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, remember they also did the Come Mr. Taliban in with the boys choir at the funeral. Highly enjoyed that one. Plus, they brought back a Richard Marx classic.
Yeah,
with Beetlejuice lip syncing to that, trying to get Lydia's attention. So there's a few more musical numbers with Michael Keaton in there, which you have to check out for yourself. But definitely, yeah, it was a fun movie, and I'll probably score it at a 8.5.
Wow, you scored it lower than I was going to score it, and I had more reservations with the movie. I was going to score it at 8.9.
Okay, well, we're close. It's a B.
It's a B.
It's not
no Citizen Kane. It's no Citizen Kane.
It's Beetlejuice, and
yeah.
It kind of mimics what they did in the cartoon, but yet that cartoon was never canon, and it was fun. And hopefully we get a third one because now you got to finish it off. You got Beetlejuice, then Beetlejuice, and then you got the third one. So like, okay,
Beetlejuice.
Yes. So hopefully it's more well written and funny.
And funny.
Yeah.
If you like dark humor, you might want to watch it twice because some of those jokes just come flying at you like fastball from Randy Johnson.
Yeah, it's there are a few that kind of like went over my head, so I would need to rewatch it to get the joke. Plus the reenactment of the origin of Beetlejuice and his first bride was funny, but it was told in a Spanish voice.
Right. So you had to read all the subtext on the bottom. And I wasn't ready for that either, so that kind of took me by surprise too.
Very, very enjoyable movie. Miss Sosa, I didn't realize they were doing more musical numbers. I should have known.
At least 3.
No one knew. I didn't know. It was quite
at least 3. At least 3.
There should be more movies with musical numbers on there.
Well, just to let you know, I don't know what trailers you've seen, but trailer of Joker and Harley. That's going to be that's going to be a musical itself. So I mean, if you're waiting for a musical, there goes one. I already looked at it the trailer and I was like, oh man, I'm going to have a hard time with this movie. So
man, I'm gonna enjoy Joker and Harley. Man, that's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. There's gonna be a lot of cringe moments, and that's what I live for. That's what
I hope so. I hope so.
Joker 2 looks awesome, according to Miss Sony. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh yeah. If you haven't gone see it, go see Beetlejuice.
Go see Beetlejuice.
It's I recommend it. Mike recommends it. You know, there's a few.
Go see The Crow and go see Aliens. What is it? Romulus?
Yeah. I'll check it out. Probably in a couple of days here, I probably won't be having a job, but that's fine. Then I'll watch it then.
Oh, don't say that. I don't want to hear that.
Oh no. I got something in the works here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's gotta be fun here. Definitely time. So let's see what we got next on the docket here. Beetlejuice. Oh yeah, today we just mentioned this
Football goal. Oh, the other football, the one that's oblong.
Not that guy. Whoa, you okay there?
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that long goal sound. I'm not good at that.
What Miss O says, a nice rat. I knew he was in the witness protection. Yes, he is.
I never knew Miss So. I'm glad you knew. Well, I guess that's how he got the name Villainous, right? Villainous Red, because he was in the witness team.
There's just some
the Filipino mafia, the mafia.
I'll say the mafia, but I'm working a few things, a few angles, maybe a few things with these guys. Doing.
My favorite thing, Comic Capsule. Please go out and buy yours. They have the new Silver Edition out there for Silver Edition comics. That's a shameless plug for Comic Capsule.
Comic Capsule. So yeah, they're doing a little stuff for them, which is fun. Yeah, that's football. What do you got, Mike? It
was a great day for football. Jordan Love got hurt on Friday night because I hate the Green Bay Packers.
Wow,
the 49ers are going to lose tomorrow, so it's going to be a great day.
Okay.
Yeah, I shit on every 49er fan. Even though Villainous Red is a 49er fan, I'm shitting on 49er fans right now. And the Miami Dolphins, 4 hours before the game, Tyreek Hill gets arrested and beat up around by the cops, but he comes back and plays, and the Dolphins win. And my mom's Seattle Seahawks won, so today was a great day for football for me. Oh, and the Raiders got the shit beat out of them, so there we go.
Oh yeah, by John Harbaugh. Was it John or Jim? Jim Harbaugh's, Jim Harbaugh's team. He's the new coach. Yeah, I can't wait.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah,
they're going to be still called the San Diego Chargers by me.
I can't wait to reuse that old cheer for them. The Harbaugh cheer, which is who's got it better than us? Nobody. Yeah, remember that?
I remember that
when we were playing the Seahawks. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just shit on 49er fans and I get the Seahawks. Okay. All right. That's no problem. I can take it. I got big shoulders.
Oh, big shoulders. Yeah. I shit on them shoulders. It's all extra wet from all that medication.
So let's go. Let's run through who won and lost because I don't really know off the top. Okay. The Seahawks won. The Cowboys won. The Buccaneers won.
Okay.
The Dolphins won. The Raiders lost. Whereas the Rams are up on the Lions, which I predict the Rams to win that NFC West division. So that's my prediction. So just let you guys know that.
That's the NFC North versus NFC West division right there.
And I guess we got the Jets whooping some ass on some Niners, or some whiners as I call them, on Monday night.
Yeah, whole ass Aaron Rodgers, who didn't even survive a first game with a torn ACL. You expect him to be full health mode by the time they play tomorrow? Shit.
I'm praying to my Beetlejuice heaven. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, now let's see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to make a wager, but right now I'll leave it at it. I'll leave it as is. seeing how all the money is pouring out of the NFL right now.
Oh, yeah. Dak Prescott getting paid, my God, $60 million a year and $240 million contract and $80 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And Brandon Ayuk from your 49ers got paid a boatload too.
So
And he's not even one of the best.
Amon-Ra St. Brown got like the biggest contract for a wide receiver right now, so he's playing.
Yeah.
Even CD Lamb. There's a lot of money in the NFL right now, and let's just hope that those high paid players who got paid, they last a season. Because sometimes,
well, the second highest paid quarterback, Deshaun Watson, stunk up the room today because I was watching that game on my lunchtime, and he was stinking it up against the Cowboys.
I'll give it to the Cowboys. They have a great defense, especially with Michael Parsons is like being their rover on playing the linebacker or playing D-back. That guy just was everywhere around that field, and it was definitely hard to get away from him.
But
and then
if you're getting paid $50 million, you better get away.
Yeah. But Deshaun Watson seems like he still kind of has some old rust to take off. Yeah, they should have just kept Flacco to back him up. But I don't know.
I don't know. Kept Flacco, yeah. But I don't know who they have either. I think they got ex-Patriot. I was going to say Jacoby Brissett, but he's playing for the Patriots back again.
Mac Jones?
Maybe. I don't know. Let me look at my phone.
I don't care about their team anyway.
Okay, all right. I was just saying. I mean, he's the second highest paid player in the quarterback in the NFL, and he sure stunk it up today.
Hey, it's just people will pay for shit, right? So, I'll pay $1 million for this. When you would probably pay $50 for it, but it's whatever you think the value of the thing you're trying to buy is worth it to your pocketbook, then fine. It's just by the time
I am. So what do you think about the first week in the NFL?
Well, it's not done yet. We still have.
I mean, so far of the first week in the NFL.
Very exciting. Very exciting. I think.
Did you watch any games today?
Yeah, I sat on the couch all day on left it on Fox because I forgot who was playing on CBS. So I watched the first game with was it shit, I forgot. But it was Greg Olson on that call. And then the next one was Cowboys and the Browns with Tom Brady on the call. And I'm like comparing notes on the color commentary where it's like they took Olson off the guy that Tom Brady's with right now because they're the new A team. But definitely, I think Greg Olson is a great commentator. He should have been kept where he's at, and then they would have teamed up Tom Brady with somebody else. Because Tom Brady, yeah, great quarterback, but as far as the color commentary, I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Well, maybe it takes a little bit to get in the groove, I mean, he's coming off a bad divorce, and
I think he just has a whiny voice.
Oh, okay. I hear a little bit of Tom Brady hating in there, but that's okay.
Technically, I think he's sound. It's the pitch of the voice kind of is annoying. It's kind of nasally, nerdy kind of deal, like Urkel.
Okay, all right. Well, I hope I don't have that kind of voice.
Not to the level of a Patrick Mahomes, kind of like.
Oh yeah, Patrick. My mom loves to make fun of Patrick Mahomes' voice and how his mouth moves too. My mom says, "You see how his mouth moves when he talks?
Like he's chewing his tongue or something like that."
Yeah, maybe some people have like a longer tongue in their mouth and it makes them kind of have a lisp sound.
I don't know what it is. Your voice is in your voice box. The tone. All I guess depends on how you grew up with your puberty. I guess that's whatever it is. If Brady keeps up the good technical stuff on the color commentary, I'll deal with it. I'll be fine with it. We spent the last 2 decades with Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. And I hated Joe Buck, but Troy, even though you hate him,
I hate him.
but
He
gave a solid color commentary went to Joe Buck's game call.
Okay, well, that's a good analogy or a good assessment of the thing.
There are a lot of fans with Pat Summerall and John Madden. So
yeah, I agree. I just wished Marino would have did some, but that's okay.
Marino, I think he likes to be in the studio instead of just having to be.
But he wasn't good. He wasn't good in the studio. I thought he would be much better in the box. But that's okay. He wasn't very good in the studio. I thought. My personal thoughts. He wasn't very good in the studio.
Some guys aren't just made to talk fast or at least be creative with their work.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah, Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Guys just aren't cut out for TV or radio.
Yep.
Or even podcasting right here.
Yep. Podcasting like we do.
Yes. All right, so Mike, you have something going on the 21st, 29th?
I got something. We all got something going on the 21st, and we'll talk a little bit after the show about what I need from you coming up. So we ain't got much time. Well, if you haven't heard it, I'm gonna spill the beans. This is the earliest that I can ever remember they sold Comic-Con tickets, and that's September 21st. The earliest it's ever been was 2 days after Thanksgiving, and that was the earliest it's ever been. So I don't know. They want more money. They want more people to go. I don't know what they're doing, but if you haven't heard, and you probably 2025 is this September 21st. So,
badges for returning attendees
yes,
going on sale on the 21st. So, like if you've seen Big Bang Theory, where the guys are all up in their computers waiting to get in line for the stupid lottery to get, that way they can start buying badges for their friends, or you are limited to buying your badge. Yeah,
and three others.
And 3 others. So it's definitely a piece of work when it comes down to doing all of that and then really giving up your bank account to get everybody's badges, and then hopefully everybody pays you back.
Yeah, hopefully everybody pays you back. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. It's definitely, yeah. If you're looking to get badges, start planning now, and then coordinate with the people that you're going to go with, or at least hanging out with, that you know who's going to get your badge. And yeah.
It's definitely not an easy thing. It's very stressful. I've been doing it for 21 years, 22 years now. This is going to be, and every year it's turning me a little more grayer because it gets a little harder and harder and harder and harder. So hopefully, Red and the gang that we team up with pulls through. And I hope that if you're out there, you don't get any tickets, because if you got tickets, that means I'm not getting tickets.
It's always the competition that gets down to it. Those just fine. It's all fine. Yes, for San Diego Comic-Con this summer. San Diego, the granddaddy of them all. Well,
the big boy, the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NBA Finals of comic book nerdom.
This year's Comic-Con was huge, and because of it coincided with the Deadpool Wolverine movie coming out, it was a return to normalcy when it comes down to Hall H activities, stars coming back to do promotions and such. So it felt good being in that environment again versus the last couple of years where there's shelter in place,
writer strike.
So I assume that because they wanting to start selling badges early, that they kind of want to start booking talent early as well. That way they can get the money and the funds for it and getting ready for next year's event way early.
I hope that's the reason. I don't hope it's just a cash grab.
Oh, it's always a cash grab. You know, they make money hand over fist for this shit, right?
Well, hand over fist, over fist, over fist. But I hope they're not just doing it. Well, September. Well, how's it go? September, October. 3 months early. That it's just because
Well, like you. I remember we had an issue with the hotel as far as like getting the proper charges taken care of because they were adding add-ons for the internet, whatever. And I think maybe they're kind of preparing themselves for this that again, where the city of San Diego itself is not fighting for the convention to get better rates for the visitors that weekend. And we're probably going to be looking at a battle again to look for the best and most affordable hotel nearest to the event center.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. And just to do a political commentary, Wiles and Harris are trying to get rid of junk charges on all these hotels too. So if you're out there voting, and if I could sway your vote, those junk charges at hotels need to go away too. So vote Harris Walls.
There are a lot of junk fees.
Junk fees, a lot of junk fees.
From Ticketmaster to hotel fees.
To your airplane fee, junk fees, to your bank junk fees, to your PG&E junk fees, all those ones they're working to get rid of.
So, not the Sawyer vote, but just if you're voting with your pocketbook, just consider the stuff that you're already spending on and how it's affecting your bottom dollar. Where
yeah. We just talked about junk fees with a hotel problem. So, I mean, I'm sure we're not the only one that ran into these kind of issues, and hopefully they'll get them all solved.
Something like that. Yeah, it's first world problems, at least for us. There's third world problems to be fixing as well when it comes down to like
right,
all the other stuff. But again,
right. I'm just being selfish about myself and thinking about paying.
It's okay to be
$300 for something. Yeah,
it's okay to be selfish. So. Yeah, there's always entities out there that's trying to rob the smaller guy.
Yeah, so, yeah, absolutely.
Smaller guy should be protected, no matter what, whether or not it's a first world or third world problem.
So, in synopsis, what I'm saying is, if you got the letter for the 21st, good luck. If you didn't, make sure you join. If you want to attend San Diego Comic-Con, you have to be a member of San Diego Comic-Con, and 6 months prior to ticket sales. So if you haven't did that, you're kind of shit out of luck for this year. But get your name; it's free. Go to San Diego. Go to comiccon.org. Become a member, and good luck.
Yeah. It's there's always a prerequisite. There's always a catch. So even if you do sign up for this year, or at least this year, but you won't be able to get a badge for this year or next year, just because of the prerequisites. It's so much red tape you got to pull through it. But once you get in, once you're able to buy badges, and holy shit, it's the most funnest thing ever.
So, the most funnest thing ever.
Yeah,
especially if you have good friends that you love dearly, it makes it even better.
Yeah. You share a bed with them. They kind of want to, spoon up on you because you're the big spoon, but they're the little spoon. But then all of a sudden, they're all up on your nerves. But that's okay. It's all part of the weekend.
Yes, it's all part of the weekend. Yes. The homoerotic scenes are all part of the weekend.
Oh,
but there's no 14-year-old boys we're taking photographs of. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, but you could take photographs of 46 and 62-year-old men. Not for that. Not for it. I have it on the topic, but I'll keep it for next week. So yeah, it's something that was caught on Netflix, but I wanna dive into it more before I discuss it with everybody here.
Okay.
It's a great show from our friends from South Korea. Yeah, but I'd like to look into it because it kind of affects us as well. Because as I hate to say, as an influencer, it's an influencer game show. It's pretty intriguing for the first episode that I saw. Yes.
I'm gonna watch it. You said it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. It is. Very fun, very fun. But so, anything else, Mike, before we can take off here?
Thank you for everyone who comes out and watches us every Sunday. I want to thank Miss Soul from the bottom of my heart because she's a true friend and a true fan of the show. And everyone else that chimes in, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yep.
As I always say, love, peace, and cosplay.
Yeah, we have Mark from Legion of Comics and Brandon from Dismay Comics. Brandon will be on with us in 2 weeks, maybe. We're going to talk to him about his brand new release. And, maybe they're going to book some more guests here soon. We're trying to do it big this time. I feel refreshed from our little break. And, to reward you good folks that for being so patient with us coming back on. It's time to give you something good to watch. All right.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get John Jang back on the air too. So we're gonna try to get him too.
Oh, it doesn't have to be John. We could probably get somebody on here that's a great friend of the show, and we'll probably do it in a half nude capacity. Shirtless again. So look out for that, guys.
Look out for that. Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the Sealess Villains podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at sealessvillains@gmail.com. You can